excited to be the newest video blogger for Stage Door Dish. I will be bringing you guys weekly videos about Broadway, entertainment, your favorite shows, stars, gossip, and absolutely everything in between. A little bit about myself. I am a student at the University of Texas here in Austin. I'm a broadcast journalism and theater major. The first thing I'm going to talk about is Magic Mike potentially moving to Broadway. Channing Tatum came forward a few weeks ago and talked about not only a sequel in the works, but also a musical. Now, I personally am not a fan of this. I am not at all against movies becoming musicals. It worked wonderfully with Legally Blonde, The Wedding Singer, Once. When you're making a Broadway musical, one of the most important things is a storyline. Let's be honest, none of us really went to go see Magic Mike for the storyline. I'm not gonna lie, I went to see it this summer. I loved it. Didn't love it for the storyline, didn't love it for the acting. I think we all know why I loved it. If I wanted to go see that on stage, I would go to Las Vegas because it's a lot cheaper and you get what you want without having to sit through a storyline and these dance numbers and these songs when really you just want to see a really hot guy without his shirt on. As far as a sequel, I would love a Magic Mike sequel. I liked the movie, I enjoyed it, it was great. Would I pay upwards of $200 for a ticket to see it on Broadway when I could see something like Wicked or Newsies or something more on that caliber? No. So basically that's my opinion on it. I'm not hating on the movie at all, and I'm sure whatever people come up with will hopefully be semi-decent. The idea of it going to Broadway is just so not kosher for me. Going off movies turning into musicals, I am very excited for the prospect of a Mean Girls musical. Mean Girls, at least for my generation, is a classic. I can literally walk up to anyone and quote the entire movie, which I'm not exactly proud of, but the point is it's a very, very funny movie that a lot of us love and that a lot of us know. And unlike Magic Mike, it has a great storyline and it has the potential for a lot of songs. I get kind of a Legally Blonde feel when I think about transferring it to Broadway. You know, I went with my dad and my mom to see Legally Blonde the musical when it toured, and he loved it just as much as my mom and I did. It's very relatable. And I think they could do that with Mean Girls, and Mean Girls I think would even appeal to guys more than Legally Blonde would. The key is getting a really good cast, I think. I thought about my dream cast a lot for this musical, and it includes Jen Damiano as Katie Heron, Megan Hilty would be a wonderful Regina George, Laura Osnes as Gretchen, Annalei Ashford as Karen. The list literally goes on and on. You can jam-pack this thing. Sutton Foster as Miss Norbury. There are so many possibilities to make this great. And if it has catchy, good songs and they keep the hilarity that is the script, I think it really has amazing potential. If it's done correctly, if Tina Fey's hopefully involved and she says that she's on board, and you get a great cast. Bring It On was a chick flick movie that made a successful transition to Broadway that I've never seen, but I've heard wonderful things about it, so hopefully Mean Girls is going to be the same. This week, Smash premiered. Of course, being a huge Broadway fan and theater fan, absolutely love Smash, and there were so many Broadway faces on the show. I loved it. Jeremy Jordan, of course, I knew he was going to be in it. I saw him in Newsies this summer. Phenomenal. I'm so excited to see what else he brings to the show. You have Krista Rodriguez from Addams Family, Andy Mientus from Spring Awakening. Literally so many Broadway people, and there was a surprise cameo from Annalei Ashford, which I wasn't expecting but love. I'm very, very excited to see what's next. So coming up this week on Broadway and in the theater world, there's a lot of exciting things. The first that I'm really excited about is there's an In the Heights benefit concert in New York. And it is such a brilliant score, such a brilliant script. I've actually seen it twice on the stage, which I'm very fortunate for. I think it's wonderful that so many of the original cast are coming back together to do this, and a lot of new people are going to get to experience the show for the first time, which is really exciting. Also, Celia Keenan-Bolger is starring in The Glass Menagerie, which had just opened in Boston. I think she's going to do an amazing job. Of course, that is just a very talented family. I saw her brother Andrew in Newsies this summer, and he was absolutely wonderful. Seriously, one of the most talented families I've ever seen. Well, that's it for my first video blog. If you have any suggestions or want me to cover anything specific, please let me know, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.